Details about a deadly shooting at a Checkers restaurant in Kissimmee. A worker allegedly shot a customer after he complained about his order.
Yeah, the victim asked to speak to a manager just before he was shot. Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte is live at that restaurant with the latest. So, Stephanie, that suspect was in court today.
Yes, and those new shocking details were released today. According to a witness, this could have potentially been over a packet of Mayo. Now, one person is behind bars and another person is dead. And this happened in a busy area, as you can see, right in Old Town, which is near Fun Spot.
The defendant will be held pursuant to Arthur at no bond.
23-year-old Elijah Mackey in an orange jumpsuit and cuffs, making a first appearance in court Friday. He's charged with first-degree premeditated murder. Osceola County deputies say it was all over a fast food customer complaining about his meal. A witness said he was possibly asking for Mayo packets. The arrest affidavit says Wesley Robertson asked to speak with the manager several times after ordering from the front window at Checkers Wednesday night. Deputies say that's when Mackey climbed out of a drive-through window, walked around the side of the building, and started arguing with Robertson. According to an arrest report, that's when Robertson used derogatory language to insult Mackey, and in response, Mackey pulled a gun out of his waistband and shot Robertson in the chest. He fell headfirst into the building. The employee ran toward the slingshot ride and then to Celebration Suites nearby. We spoke with people staying there.
Can you imagine? You're just like, oh, let's go to Checkers. I want, a hamburger meal or whatever it is. And next thing you know, you're gone. I mean, how does that happen? It's sad. It's really sad.
You don't know if you can ever voice your opinion, because somebody's going to pull a gun.
Former Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone weighing in.
Obviously, this individual will have their day in court, but based on the information that we have seen so far, it'll be very, very difficult for them to defend their actions. And it's unfortunate because it could have been avoided.
He says it's important to talk to your kids about controlling their emotions and lead by example.
Takes a much bigger person to basically step away from a situation like that. Be that person. Don't allow for someone to bring you down or take you on a path that you will regret later.
Now, the Checkers was closed yesterday. It is open right now. We reached out to Checkers for comment, but haven't heard back. Reporting in Kissimmee, Stephanie Buffamonte, Fox 35 News.
Stephanie, thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. I know I said that I would be making another video talking about the old Checkers murderer, and I decided I definitely needed to dive back into it because, well, there was another news video that I was like, okay, I'm going to save it in the other video and I'm going to put it in this one because it had a little bit more to break down piece by piece. And when I started looking, I was like, no, I need to kind of go through this a little bit more slowly and then just critique a lot of different stuff because I got a lot of questions. There's a lot of stuff that I found very interesting from the other news article or news video that was put out there about this situation. And I just thought we should break it down because why not?
Popular tourist spot in Osceola County running for their lives last night after deputies say a Checkers employee shot and killed a customer all over a fast food order. Good evening, I'm Greg Wormuth.
And I'm Martha Sigalski. We first told you on Eyewitness News at 4 that deputies arrested this man, Elijah McKee, for first-degree murder.
First question I have is why is this guy being escorted away from the police station in an all-white hazmat suit? Like, didn't he work at Checkers? Is this what he wears on a regular day basis? I mean, what is this outfit? It looks like he just got done cooking crystal meth with Heisenberg, and that's what he's wearing when he's getting escorted up out of the police station. That's just the first thing I noticed. I just find this weird. Like, what was going on beforehand? Were you cooking up crystal meth in that Checkers? That makes sense considering I was talking about them selling crack up out of the drive-thru. It would make sense that they were probably cooking up meth in there too. I mean, they easily could turn that into a meth lab. All they had to do is put up some walls and stuff like that and act like it's condemned because most Checkers are never occupied. Nobody goes to Checkers.
This all happening in Old Town next to Fun Spot Kissimmee. Channel 9's Scott Martin is live after talking to people who were there. And Scott, this fast food joint is still a crime scene. Hard to believe this is all over an order.
I wish this was more unbelievable, but it's not. It really ain't. All the crazy stuff that you see going on out there in society today. I mean, I'm pretty sure many of y'all have seen the story about the white dad who killed his 3 daughters in the playground for no reason, smothered to death. Like, there isn't a place hot enough to burn his body. But I mean, that stuff happens. There's crazier things that happen than people being killed at a drive-thru. I mean, because this ain't the first person. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all see this happen on a regular day basis. I mean, there's been plenty of people that done got killed going back up in the McDonald's wilding out over a McDouble. I mean, getting pissed off about the fact that their Big Mac wasn't the way they wanted it, and then somebody died. Why? Why? No answers will ever be able to be given that actually make sense, but it happens a lot.
Martha, and that's exactly what people were telling me out here as well, but the crime scene tape still blocking off the drive-through area. In fact, I talked to one man who says that he had just grabbed dinner here at this Checkers before the shooting, and also workers here at some of the rides and amusement rides.
Okay, I had to pause here because why are they zooming in on the caution sign? Like, we get it. We see the yellow tape. Caution. This is a crime scene. It just really puzzling, zoom in work here by the cameraman. It's like pop the balloon when they start zooming in on people's feet whenever somebody calls them out. Or they say, "Ooh, I don't like their face." And then all of a sudden they just zoom right in on the face. Also, where's the lighting for this guy? It looks like the only light they have for this guy is from like a car headlight that doesn't reach up, above his waist. I mean, could they not get another spotlight on this man? This man is in the dark doing this reporting. It seems like it's really scary to do this job right now. Like, I would be in fear of my life when I'm doing this reporting. You know how people will be at like war sites or at crime scenes where it's an active like war zone overseas and somehow they're still doing their reporting? This is similar, except for the fact it seems like you would be more likely to get snuck instead of bombed.
Amusement rides here tell me that people started running when they heard the gunshots.
How many people really ran? I mean, how many people were actually there to run away? Not saying they didn't run, because I mean, anytime you hear gunshots, you're going to see people start scattering. But Checkers, again, I mean, it had to be like 3 people took off running and people were like, "Whoa, what's going on over there?" But I mean, I can't imagine it being mass hysteria.
A Checkers fast food location next to a tourist destination, now an active crime scene.
There were a whole bunch of cops here. Like, it was scary.
A crowded hotspot where Kelvin Lindsay says he picked up dinner Wednesday night at Checkers, later driving by to find the entire area full of law enforcement.
From every entrance, there was more cops. And I was sitting here like, where are all these officers? Why they're here? What are they doing? And then when we finally got up to this area, then this was a concentrated area where a lot of officers was at.
Osceola County deputies say an argument between this man, 23-year-old Elijah Mackey, an employee at Checkers, and a customer got into an argument over a food order. That's when investigators say Mackey drew a gun and shot the customer.
Biggest question I've had since the beginning of this is, why is this man strapped at work? Like, he had it in his waistband the whole time. That means this man was ready at all times every day that he's been there. That means he's expecting something to go on. He's expecting some smoke at some point in time during his shift. And what's messed up is, I guarantee you, he didn't expect the smoke to be coming from this guy. And there was no smoke. He brought the smoke, literally brought the smoke, and smoked this homie and ended his life. Why do you have a gun when you're over here working the cash register and you're working the fryers? There's a lot of movement that takes place in the kitchen. This is how you end up like Plaxico Burress. This is literally how you end up like Cheddar Bob. This is how you end up shooting yourself in the dick, because you're sitting around here with a gun strapped to you for no reason. You're doing really busy work. He probably wasn't that busy, because I keep saying he was at Checkers. They don't get a lot of movement there. So maybe he did feel safe. I mean, I guess I just, answered my own question.
It's just crazy. I mean, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that serious where you get into an argument and then you wind up taking somebody's life.
People working next to the Checkers tell me they heard gunshots and everyone started running. They shut everything down for the night.
Well, no shit, they shut everything down for the night. Can you imagine a scenario where somebody got gunned down at your job and they're like, "All right, no worry, we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up. Want the police, go ahead and get their investigation and everything taken care of. Don't mind the yellow tape. We're going to go ahead and get this shift going, because you know what? We still need to make this money." This sounds like something that Cracker Barrel would do. Back like when I used to work for Cracker Barrel, we would have these snow days in most of the locations, and the only people that can make it to the work was the manager. And that was really problematic, because the guests were still going to come into work. I mean, not to work, but they were going to come in to eat. And that's what the messed up part was. And then you literally have like one man, which was usually me or somebody else, on shift trying to hold it down, trying to serve, almost like a fourth of the place that's full of people and there's no staff on hand to help you out. You're sitting the guests, you're taking their orders, you're going back, you're cooking the food, you're running the food, and you're like, what the hell is this? Why didn't we shut down operation? Clearly, we don't need to be going on at this point in time. Do you not see that we're in a kind of a crisis situation here? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That's what it feels like if you're going to be like, no, don't worry, I know somebody just died. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get this cleaned up because we really need to make this money for corporate. That's what was going on at Cracker Barrel. They didn't want to turn off the lights for one day because they were like, you know how much money we're going to miss out on? And this is a good opportunity to like make up for labor costs. And they could have thought the same thing at Checkers, except for the fact I know when they call somebody, nobody probably picks up.
Just thinking about it, I probably would have took off too. And I don't know where I would have took off to, but it's far. So yeah.
Mackey was taken into custody Thursday and faces a first-degree murder charge. People we talked to say there's growing gun violence that needs to stop.
And the growing gun violence is not, just regulated towards, the hood. It's in the cities now. Every time you look at, hell, somebody just got gunned down in the middle of Nashville, like the middle of the city, heading towards the Gulch, which is the bougie area. Now, this guy apparently, I'll do a video on that later, but this guy apparently was assaulting, people at the like homeless shelter, and then he went on some like crazy hysteria spree, and then took off running, and then he tried to kill one of the cops, and then he got gunned down in seconds. I mean, it was really effed up because look, he tried to shoot the cop. I would have definitely blasted him just like they did too, because dang man, they were trying their best to get him to stop. They pleaded plenty of times and they could have just, wowed out like everybody expects most of the cops to do, but they didn't. They were trying to actually be patient with this man, and they ended up having to end his life anyway because he just wouldn't cooperate. But gun violence is a problem everywhere. It's not just in the schools, it's all over the place. And it's not just in places that you have open carry. Actually, as a matter of fact, I feel like most of these crimes take places where you don't have open carry. Now, gun violence is completely out of control. It doesn't matter where you're at. It really doesn't. Violence itself is just out of control. People are angry. People are upset. People are broke, poor, desperate, and upset about a lot of different things, especially people who are, out here just trying to play the victim in life where they're actually not the victim. So like this white guy, I'm going to make a video about here, probably shortly, not sure when it's going to release, about him sitting in his car complaining about how white men are oppressed and white people are on the way out. It's the whole replacement theory where he's talking about an eventual, God knows, maybe like 3 years, he thinks the country's going to be down to 25% white people. And it's like, dude, how stupid are you? And I'll get to that later.
People got to change, learn how to control your emotions. It's not that serious. A lot of things can get escalated to that point because of misunderstandings.
Now, before her voice got cut out and everything, she's right though. Learn how to control your anger. Learn how to control your emotions. Learn how to control your temper. Because all it does is anytime you react to something out of anger, out of rage, emotion, tell me the time it worked out. Explain to me the moment where somebody was like, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind, and it turned out for the good. I don't know how many times it actually works out in those scenarios when somebody lashes out in emotion. Seems like most of the time it ends in tragedy. Sounds like it ends in the 8x6. And I know not that many people want to go ahead and be at that many funerals. I'm pretty sure eventually cremation's going to be on its way up because so many people are poor and we can't afford the funerals because guess what? It's like $10,000 to $20,000 a casket. You know what? People are going to be like, let's just go ahead and incinerate the bodies, because every time we turn out, somebody died because somebody lashed out because they were angry, and thus we're here. But honestly, I just kind of wanted to poke, a little critique at some of the stuff that I saw from this news video. I didn't want to take up a bunch of your time. I just thought this stuff was crazy, and I just wanted to talk about it and make another video. Something different here on the channel. Well, anyway, see you soon. Now, just in case you haven't seen the post, we have merch. For reals this time. Not a lie, not a tease. It's actually legitimate. You can click on the link now, and I have it in the description of this video, and I'll be having it in the description of every video going forward from this point on. Also, it will be in the description of the channel as well if you want to click on the link, and you will be able to buy Random University merch. And I will also have more designs, more colors, more different, items to provide here in the future. If you want any of those, if you have requests, requests for stuff that you would like to have offered, please let me know and I will add it to the shop. That way you can shop for whatever you would desire here at Random University, because, well, we got to grow. And the more money that we can get out of that, the more I can invest into some more merch to where I can actually do some giveaways like I really want to, especially to some of you subscribers who have been around for a really long time and have really been supporting this channel, especially the people who are in the comments. I cannot express to you how much I really, really, really appreciate you guys supporting the channel, especially from day one, because, you know, nowadays the views and stuff like that is real dusty out here at Random University. And I just want you to enjoy basically your time spent here. And I want you to get something out of it. And I want to do something really nice for you guys because I really do appreciate you that much. So feel free to click on the links. It's available and we have it. So be excited. And I don't know why, but YouTube definitely doesn't get these posts out to everybody, but you can find out now.